I'm going to share 5 Etsy shop ideas that are making $100,000 per year profit. And I actually found one that's doing $420,000 profit, but they have something that a lot of people don't, but they could if they wanted to. Now, there's 2 reasons why I'm making this video for you and that I want you to take away. Number 1 is I want this to show you the possibilities and the opportunities that are out there when you focus on a specific niche. And the second reason is, well, I want you to start thinking about your own experience as far as what you might be able to offer in a niche that you're interested in. By taking these ideas, you're able to maybe spark your own ideas and create your own shop, and not just go out there and copy another person. So if you're ready, buckle up because it's going to be a fun ride. Let's dig in. All right, so the very first Etsy shop that I want to share with you that's doing over $100,000 per year in profit is this one right here, and that is Zen Artist. Now, this is something I've never heard of as far as someone drawing your soulmate, and I don't even understand it. But the reason why I wanted to share this with you is because, well, it's something you don't hear about a lot, and it might spark an idea for you, or at least just to say, wow, that's crazy. Someone is actually creating a business around psychic readings or soulmate predictions, whatever. So let's go ahead and look at the numbers. Now, I'm using a tool called EverBe. This is a product research tool that's built specifically for pulling Etsy numbers. If you want to give it a try, you can go ahead and get that link in the description, or I'll put it up here on the screen. You can go to brandcreators.com/EverBe. Yes, that's a shameless plug. And yes, you will buy me a cup of coffee if you end up upgrading to the Pro plan. But if not, well, you get 10 free searches for free. All right, so let's dig in here. So these are the numbers. I'm going to go ahead and sort this by monthly revenue. And you can see here it's $16,096 for this one listing. We have this one here, $15,000 for this listing, $4,000 for this one. And you can see if I just keep scrolling, they're doing pretty well. So let's go ahead and pull up the listing. So looking at this on the surface, this looks really good, right? I mean, this one listing doing $16,000. But here's the deal. It's not really making $16,000. And it's not just because, yes, Etsy takes fees, but it's also because they're not really selling it for 20. That's what it's retailed for, but that's not what they're selling it for. Let's go on the actual listing and see what it is selling for. And it looks like it's selling for $5.99. Now, it does look like there's some other things that you can do here. Detailed drawing, reading, looks like color drawing, so you can make it color for $19.99. But let's just go off of the 70% off, and it's $5.99. But let's just go ahead and pull up a calculator that they have built into EverBe. So I'm going to go right here, and then it pulls this up, and you can see it's $19.97. The shipping price is $0 because it's a digital item, and the discount is 70% off. So then if I go over here, you can see that, well, they are making $4.55 on that $5.99. So they're making 75.96% margin. Let's just call it 75%. All right. So they're doing pretty well. So what I will do here, and just to kind of get an average or an estimate of what their monthly is, here's what we'll do. I'm going to go here to shop details, and I am going to look at their total sales. So it's 82,141, and it's been open for 37 months. So just about 3 years. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take $4.50, because that's what their net profit was if they ran a sale this entire time. And I'm going to multiply that by 82,141 sales. And that is $369,634.54. Let's divide that by 3. And their yearly is $123,211.50. Again, that's an estimate, but it's pretty darn close in my assumption because, well, they've been doing this a while, and even at $5.99, they're making $4.50-ish. And let me just remind you, this is for drawing your future soulmate. Now, I'm not saying that this idea is going to inspire you to go out there and start drawing soulmate drawings, but what it is going to do, hopefully, is to start thinking about something that you can do, something that you can offer. Maybe you have a skill set that you can bring to the marketplace. All right. So that's why I want to share this. And also, it's just kind of crazy to look at and go, wow, that's insane. All right, moving on to shop number 2. And this one is really cool. This is called My Porch Prints, and it's a junk journal and craft printables shop. And the thing that I love about this is, well, they are targeting, it looks like people that are journaling or people that are scrapbookers. And this is definitely something that I can see people coming back and being repeat buyers. So this is always good to see. But let's go ahead and run the numbers on this shop and see what they're doing. Once again, I'm going to run EverBe. We're going to go ahead and sort by monthly revenue. And you can see this one is pretty consistent across the board as far as like 2,000, almost 1,500, 1,200, 1,200, 1,200, 1,100, 900. And these all add up, by the way, 700, 750, 664, 663, and so on, right? So there's a lot to add up here. And I'm not going to do all of the math here. Now, it does look like they're running coupon codes, but these are kind of like ongoing. And if you buy $10 worth, you get 10%. If you buy $15 worth, you get 15%, 20, and so on, right? So that's kind of how they're doing it. They're not putting a sale price in here, all right? So I can't really say 100% how many people bought more than the other, but we can look at the net margin and see what they are generally averaging as far as net profit. So if we look at this one right here, because this is one of their best sellers, let's go ahead and pull that one up. So this one here is selling for $5. Let's go ahead and pull up the calculator. And as you can see, there's no discount being applied because there isn't one that's like a sale price. And if she sells it for that, she's making $4.07. Okay, so 81% margin, 81.56% to be exact. So I just went ahead and paused the video and I just added all of these up. And I came up with just over $20,000. Now, we said that her net margin was 85%. That's without any discounts. But let's just assume that she only netted 80%. So what I would do is I would multiply this by 80%, and that's going to leave us with $16,000 per month times 12 months. That gives us $192,000 this shop is technically making per year in profit, by the way. So the thing I love about this is they are targeting a specific niche, and now they'll have repeat customers. As you can see by their sales, a lot of those are probably repeat customers. All right, moving on to the third Etsy shop that I want to share with you, and that is this right here, Happy Downloads. Now, a lot of people are trying to sell planners, and that can be a hard market to get into. I do believe, though, there's other angles into the market, but they are obviously going to be selling a planner. They have a digital planner right here, 2023 and 2024. They have an iPad planner. So now they're creating planners for different devices and things like that. But really what I want to do here is show you the numbers, and then I want to show you how they've also carved out some other sub niches. So once again, I'm going to run EverBe on this. I am going to sort by monthly revenue. As you can see here on the numbers, pretty good, right? They're pretty good. But what I did want to point out here is they do sell a digital planner, but they're actually doing better with a digital reading journal. And I really want to dive into this because I think it's important for anyone that's thinking about going into a saturated market. How do you go in and differentiate yourself or create something that is a little bit different? And this is definitely a little bit different. So if you look at this, this isn't necessarily a digital planner. It's a journal of your reading that you do through the year. Okay. And so you're able to kind of look back and document your journal of all of the books that you're reading, maybe some notes, all of those things. And from there, it creates a journal, a log in a sense, of all of the books that you've read with notes and things that you can add to it, which I think is brilliant. But here's what I want to do. I want to see, are they running sales? So I can say, is this a true number? What are they actually making? And let's go ahead and check that out. So it does look like they're running a sale, and they probably run a sale a lot. So we're just going to go off of this, and let's go ahead and look at the numbers accounting for the 50% off discount. So I'm going to go to the calculator in EverBe, and let's go ahead and see what it says. So it does take the 50% off. And if we take all the fees out, we bring it down here, they're netting $10.52 for an 83.89% margin on this one product. All right. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of math. So if we take this one planner at 651 estimated sales in just 9 months, If we just took $10 on that, it's going to be over $60,000 on just this one product. Now, if we look at the other one that they have selling right here, again, $11,000 in monthly revenue. So once again, if we just took this number and said, okay, it's 11,000 in revenue, let's cut that in half. That would be what, $5,500. Let's just call it $5,000. $5,000 for a year. Well, that's going to be $60,000. So the first product we already said does 60,000. This one's going to do 60,000. Well, doesn't really matter at this point. This shop is doing over $100,000 in profit per year. Now, like I said earlier, though, they are in the digital planner market, but look what they're doing right here. This is a digital journal for manifestation, okay, or law of attraction. So now they went after another market that's like, okay, we're going to do a planner, but we're going to do a journal, and it's going to be on the manifestation, law of attraction, those types of people that are interested in doing that. So as you can see, they've widened the net a little bit by going after a smaller subset of the market, which a lot of other people that want to get into the digital planners should be thinking about. How do I find an angle, a wedge into the market, and then I can level myself up if I want to later. So that's just a little side tip there for you. All right, the fourth Etsy shop I want to share with you is kind of similar to what we just talked about with journals and things like that, but this is going after the manifestation market solely. And as you can see here, it's Manifestable and it's Plan Your Dream Life. So that is what they are going after. All right. So let's go ahead and look. They have a really nice clean look, a nice design. They're selling these for $4.99 and $3.99. And it looks like they are running sales, see, on all of these. So when we look at the numbers, we have to account for that. But let's go ahead and take a look here. Looks like 53,501 sales. That's pretty good. All right. But once again, before we get into the numbers, I want you guys to really see that how someone is taking a niche and then they're owning it. So I'm in EverBe. I'm going to sort by monthly revenue once again. And whoa, look at this one right here. Digital planner. Okay, it is a digital planner, but it's their digital planner, and it's probably created differently than other digital planners. They've made it their own. But look at that. It's doing $36,467. Now, once again, we saw they're running a 60% off sale. That's probably a regular thing that they do. So let's just start with this one right here. And that way there we can kind of see what the main one is doing, right? So it's doing 2,922 monthly sales, which is crazy. And it's only been live for 5 months. Now, we already know that they're running a 60% off discount. Let's go ahead and open up the calculator and see what the true numbers look like. So it's selling for $12.48, 60% off all the fees, and they are making $3.85. Their net margin is $77.15. All right. So it doesn't sound like a lot, but they're doing over 2,000 sales a month on this planner, just that one planner. All right, and my fifth Etsy shop that I want to share with you, which is completely blowing my mind, it is doing $420,000 profit per month on this woodworking and DIY with Matthew Peach. Now, 39,632 sales, quite a few sales, but check this out. Over 20 people in cart, over 20 people in the cart. All of these, 17 people. This is in high demand, but there's something he's doing that is driving these sales that I'm going to share with you that not everyone has access to, although they could with a little bit of time. So let's go ahead and run the numbers real quick. So as you can see, all of these products are generating a good amount of sales and revenue. Now, here's the interesting thing that I want to share with you is if we look at all these products, there's no sale prices. It's $10, $7.50, $25, $30. There is no sale price. So we don't have to worry about figuring out what did he make after the discount, all of that stuff, right? So all we need to do is look at total sales. So if we go in here, once again, I'm going to sort by revenue, $4,270 on that. 427 of those have sold in the last month. Let's go ahead and look at the numbers. Pull up the calculator, and as you can see, 10 bucks. Here's the fees. He's left with $8.60, 86% margin. Now, off camera, I totaled all of this up, and it was just over $40,000. And so what I did is I took that 80+% margin and did the math, and he's netting $35,000 per month. So 35,000 times 12 months, $420,000 net profit. Now, what is he doing to drive these sales? How is he getting so many sales? Well, I'll show you. He's got a YouTube channel, and he's driving a lot of sales through his YouTube channel. Look at all of the different projects that he's doing. So you might be saying, well, Scott, why did you share this with me then? Well, two reasons. Number one, who knows? Maybe you're watching this and you're like, I'm a woodworker, or I do things in my garage on cars that I could show, and start a YouTube channel too, and then build your Etsy shop off the back end of that. Or you can partner with other influencers like someone here like Matthew. All right. And so this is a great example of how if you build an audience or you have access to an audience, it can really fuel your sales. And in this case, he's getting sales on Etsy and he's getting sales off of Etsy, because I can guarantee this, because he's driving so many sales through his own channel, YouTube, Etsy is also pushing a lot of his products because they're making sales. And when people search for woodworking plans of any kind, he is going to show up and he is going to dominate that space. Now, as you can see by these examples, there's a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of potential, but sometimes people get stuck with this one thing, and that is finding their niche. And that's why I wanted to do this video, is to hopefully get ideas going for you. But if you're still stuck and you want to see more ideas, well, I shot a video right here that does just that. I go over 5 more Etsy shop ideas that are making a full-time income. Watch that video next, and I'll see you there.